Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Fernando. Fernando is from Arizona in the USA. So let's see what Fernando has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Fernando. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I'm glad I'm able to talk to you for a bit.
So
Como
tell me,
vai?
you speak Portuguese?
Eu muito pouco português. Para, eu entendo, mas eu não brasileiro. Sou de Estados Unidos.
I see. So tell me, how's your day going so far, Fernando?
Pretty good. I'm just have a day off, so I'm just relaxing out in the sun and typing, working out, and yeah, pretty
Wow.
good.
So tell me where you're from.
So I live in Arizona in the United States,
Hmm.
and my I was originally born and raised in San Francisco, California, and I moved out here in 2022.
And why the change from California to Arizona?
It's really hot here. It's especially in the summer. It's very much well, right now it's cool because it's December, but
Right.
it's a little better for me to get around than like the Los Angeles traffic. I would say one thing, heat, and then I could actually afford to live out here. So that's pretty nice.
And all your family are back in California?
Yeah. My dad lives in San Francisco. My sister and her husband live in Oakland,
I
California.
see.
So, but the rest of my family live in Puerto Rico.
Oh my God, do you have some Puerto Rican blood?
Yes, I'm actually half Puerto Rican and half Cuban. But ironically enough, I speak a little Portuguese. I don't know. I'm more fluent in that than Spanish. So, like, because they sound similar, but I mix up my Spanish and Portuguese words sometimes. So, I kind of glitch at times when I'm trying to speak like Portuguese sentences.
Wow. And tell me what you do for work, for living.
So, by trade, I'm a security professional. I've been doing it for about 7 years. I
Hmm.
currently work in retail security, loss prevention in the luxury brands like, you know, Louis Vuitton, Bottega. And then on the side, I'm also an actor and director locally
Oh,
based out here with
wow.
about three feature films on Amazon Prime right now. So
Amazing, my God. Oh, wow.
thanks.
And those three movies was shooting in Arizona?
Yep, all of them. They're all locally filmed. Vega was my first one. My recent one, Big John, and then I just released Vega, the director's cut, which is also on Prime. But yeah, they're all locally filmed out in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tempe.
Amazing. Okay, Fernando. So during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey so far. Okay.
Okay.
So before we start our journey within the magic box, I would like you to tell me something interesting about yourself, or maybe something that not many people know about you.
Well, I guess when people first meet me, I guess they don't realize I'm pretty laid back. But oh well, I am a veteran of the Marine Corps, so I have a military background.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I also, how many more facts do you want? I got lots of them. Okay, so, well, I got a martial arts background. I've trained in Kempo karate for 5 years, and I've dabbled in all kinds of martial arts like
Wow.
wrestling, jujitsu, um, I Krav Maga, and then of course, McMap Marine Corps martial art program. So I'm pretty athletic, I would say. Um, But yeah, those are kind of the big facts so far.
Amazing. Fernando, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Sure, let's do it.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have my best full of random fun questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song for us to relax before the first question, right?
Okay.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay? Okay, first question for you is, what 3 things do you want to be remembered for?
3 things. I would say that I was a good friend,
Mhm.
that I worked hard for the goals that I wanted.
Yep.
And when things seem bleak, to be shown as someone that never gave up.
Mhm.
Those are the first things that came to mind.
And when you think about yourself, what's the biggest joy of being Fernando?
Well, I think, without sounding, vain, I think I'm someone that like I like that if there's a problem, I always fix it. Like, for example, when it comes to filming and like we don't have a certain location, I always find a way to film it regardless and find substitute and not be like, oh, well, we're screwed. We got nothing. We don't have that exact location, or this particular actor didn't show up. So where there's a will, there's a way. So I guess adaptability, that's the word I'm looking for. I can adapt very well, and I work smarter, not harder. So, you know, it's a little unorthodox, but I get stuff done with that direction. So
And you've always been this way?
no, no, I was always a very negative, glass half empty type of guy. Actually, I was very I was very under a umbrella household. My dad was very actually he wanted me to be a priest. That was pretty much being trained to do. I always went to the cathedral, did altar serving. So I was very under like this perfectionistic mindset. You can't get in trouble. You can't do this. You got to call me every time you go out anywhere. And I think in regard as I got older, and when I joined the Marines, it's very much it's because we have low budget weapons. Whatever the Army and the Air Force they don't want, they give it to the Marines. What I mean is that we pride ourselves with minimalist technology, but we make the best of it and surpass people with huge budgets. And that's kind of how I apply that to making movies, because I have a minimalist setup with my lights and my own camera equipment, but we get it done. And now I got 3 movies on Prime. I went on a tangent a bit. I'm trying to remember how we got there, but yeah, going back to your question, I guess I can adapt. That is my best quality. Sorry, that was a long answer.
It's okay, not a problem. It's just your answer.
Yeah.
Next question, let's do it. Hey, Fernando from Arizona, the USA. Next question is, what's the biggest difference between you and your best friends?
I'm very reclusive. Like there'll be people that watch sports and football. I've never been a huge sports guy. I've always been kind of like laid back, going my own pace. I like going to museums. I like watching movies. Not all movies, but I like doing creative stuff. But I also go to the gym a lot, so it's not like I'm completely bohemian. But yeah, I guess that's the big difference. And a lot of I think also in my peers that I served with in the Marines was that just I was the movie guy. Like even when I did little stuff like the Hallmark movie, I was a background in for it's called Sister of the Bride in 2019. It didn't seem like a big deal to me. They were filming like right off, like maybe a few miles off base, and then I showed it to my lieutenant, and who's a very stoic guy. He's like, "Oh, dude, you're in this? What?" And then that kind of broke the mold of like, "Oh, he's actually doing the thing." So going back to your question, my biggest, yeah, I'm kind of more, I have a more creative side, and I'm kind of laid back.
And the biggest similarity between you and your best friends?
Biggest similarities?
Yeah.
Oh, well, like we do. I mean, we work out a lot. We have the
Yeah.
same work mentality, the drive to win. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm just not a, I'm just not like a big like football or basketball guy personally. But yeah, that I would say that.
Amazing. Next question. Let's do it. You like dancing, Fernando?
Oh, me? Yeah, yeah. I do swing, country swing.
Wow.
So it's
Okay.
like it's I don't know if you, I don't even know if you guys have those in the UK, but it's like line dancing. You get a partner, turn them around. So I do that well. I used to train in Argentine tango when I was in community college,
Okay.
but I kind of forgot that. But I would go to more country music venues, and I learned how to do. It's not two step, but it's more like swing, where it's like you have a partner, and then you like twirl them, do some dips. So yeah,
Wow.
I like to dance.
Before the next question, tell me what's the biggest joy of acting?
I think just I like to play a different version of me. I think it's cool bringing someone's story to life, and then you get to see it on a screen or a platform. In my case, um, a lot of the projects I've made myself, but if sometimes someone else has a project that I'm in, it's kind of cool. I like doing fight scenes. Fight scenes are
Okay.
really cool. I like to, I really like giving the illusion that we're hitting each other, because it's all about angles and distancing. You have to have someone here, and if he swings this way, it'll look like he's actually hitting me. That's fun to me. But I also do like the improv side. I like where you get to like go off script, and sometimes I use situational humor to make it not seem so scripted. So we're like instead of having this kind of generic dialogue of like good guy versus bad guy, I make like a comment about I make like silly comments of like, let's say we're gonna like, there's a car coming by and I have to stop and it kind of interrupts the dramatic motion, but it makes it funny. So I like improv.
Right.
I like improv and fight scenes. Those are my favorite parts of acting.
Amazing. Next question is, define yourself in a season of the year and why?
Like in a season of the, like based on my personality, or just or how I
No,
would be.
which season of the year feel more connected with?
Oh, definitely definitely now, the holidays. It's cooler here, so I can
Huh?
kind of lay back, because during the summer it's hot, and it's you're just thinking about trying to get to point A to point B without melting in your car. I like to think Christmas, the winter season, because you get to sit outside more and kind of take in the breeze and kind of lay back,
Mm-hmm.
and just, at least me personally, I like to kind of reflect on like how the year has gone for me. Because in the summer I can't sit outside; it's too hot. But that's the literal side. But yes, I would say winter. Winter.
Talking about Christmas, of course, Christmas is very soon. It's coming now. It's very soon.
Yeah,
What's the meaning of Christmas for you?
I think it's getting together with your family and loved ones and showing that you appreciate them, and saying them good wishes. Because the year went by fast, honestly. So just yeah, I would say like it's more about the camaraderie. It doesn't necessarily have to be like blood family, but like close friends you're close
Oh,
with, that exchange appreciation for each other and come together. So
um,
my opinion.
beautiful. Next question. Let's do it.
Mm.
All right. Next question is, Who would you swap lives with for a day if you could, for any reason?
Swap lives. That's tough. Um, I guess my roommate, who was also my camera guy, his name's Wiley. Just because we always exchange stories of work of like, this guy was belligerent because he's a mechanic, right? I could imagine myself. I want to like switch with you to see our interactions because it's always oh, we got to be nice. We can't. If someone's like yelling at us about their tires, I'm like, well, let me handle this guy. Let's see what happens. And then you work security where I do. So yeah, I think my roommate.
Wow. Amazing. Cool. And how did your paths cross, you and your roommate?
We served together actually.
Okay.
He was in a different platoon and he lived across from me. And I don't know, because we were in different platoons, so first couple years we didn't really interact much until maybe 2020 where COVID happened and they were still doing the lockdown stuff, so we would run into each other more. And then as I got out, he would stay in contact and visit me when I lived in Riverside, California. And then he moved to Arizona first, and then we kind of linked up after when he was living by himself, like, why don't we just live together? And then through a sequence of events, he became pretty much my director of photography. So we collab a lot because it helps when we live there, because we could literally be like, hey, the lighting's really good, let's go film, because he lives with me. So yeah, it worked out in the end.
Amazing. Good. 3 questions left. Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, before the next question, let's talk about your time in the army. Yeah?
Marines.
Marine, sorry, entirely Marine. So when you think about what's the best memory that comes to your mind when you think about your time over there?
I would say 90% of it was pretty, because I was what you call an infantryman, 0311. So we were like the ground troops, pretty much to break it down. There's a phrase that I like to say a lot, and I borrowed it from other people, but you miss the clowns, but not the circus. Like, you have your best friends that you meet for life, but you hate the situation you're in. You're in the Middle East, or you're in the barracks, and you're dealing with, it's kind of like office politics, but with uniform. But you have this camaraderie with all these guys of all different walks of life, from Texas to New York or Detroit, yet more different race. Yet at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because we're the boys. So I think I would say, yeah, I do miss my friends there. Everyone kind of went their own separate ways. Some people became parents, others doing whatever. But we all stay in contact no matter how many years have gone by. So yeah, I miss the camaraderie.
And how long were you there for?
I was enlisted from 2017 to 2021.
Oh wow, 3 years. Wow.
4. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Next question is, what has been the happiest point of your life?
I think the past couple years where I'm finally chasing my goal and my dream, where I finally have control of, like, I could still have a steady job. I work part-time, doing security, but then I also can make movies and put out there without a middle person, and I do it directly through Amazon. I'm not connected to any industry. I'm just a guy that likes movies. I started off as an actor, but I really didn't want to wait for this lottery ticket mindset of someone putting me onto something. So I started making my own projects. So I would say the past couple years, maybe this year, where I'm finally like, yeah, I got all my projects out there, and I got my my eye on the prize. So yeah, I hope that makes sense.
Absolutely. And tell me something, in the acting industry, yeah, like actors, actresses. Do you have
Hmm.
an idol, someone that you always admired?
I got a few. Um, I
Tell me three
like
names. Tell me three names.
three. I
Top
like
three.
Clint Eastwood. Clint
Okay.
Eastwood because not only I think a lot of my mannerisms kind of are borrowed a little bit, but not so much. I like that when he directs, he's very one to two take and let's get it done. Not some indie filmmakers, they like to go for 50 takes till 4 in the morning. I've never been that guy. It's like let's move on. My second would probably my favorite actor is Robert Mitchum
Okay.
uh, from Night of the Hunter. He was someone that was really he accidentally became an actor and he's considered one of the best, and he's someone that really didn't dissect himself too much. He just said the lines, but people consider him one of the best ever. And I think um third, it's a guy named Jason Park out in Atlanta who makes like street racing movies. He's doing what I've been doing, but a lot longer. And he has
Yeah.
several movies on Tubi and Prime, so I would say I admire him a lot just because he's someone that just let's just do it, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So one, you're gonna wake up in the morning and you have three missed calls on your phone. Three from one each, one of those names you just said now. Okay? Which one of them you call back straight away? Which one you send a message saying, okay, I call you in a few minutes, I call you later. And the third one, you don't call him, you don't send a message, you just go like, okay, I can call him another day. Tell me.
And oh, so those three names, who I would actually like.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, one of them's dead, so that's gonna be no text at all.
but let's say that he's alive. Let's pretend that the
Okay, if he's alive. Okay, all
yeah.
right. I would I would call Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
I would I would I would text Jason Park and then just not really reply to Robert Mitchum. Sorry, that took me a little bit, but there you go.
It's okay. It's okay. Two questions left. Let's do it.
Okay. Yep.
Of course, you can see your visible tattoos there. So tell me which one is
Yes.
the first one you ever had, and which one is the latest one?
I believe the first one I ever had was this dragon.
Yeah.
That was it's a Chinese dragon. It's supposed to represent my martial art background. I got all of this done in I think 2019. So
Wow.
so there's not really a recent one. I have the Marine Corps logo on my chest. So
Yeah.
I guess that's the last thing, and then they shaded everything. So it's all connected, like here.
And what's gonna be the next one? You planning?
I gotta make some more money. No, well, I might just fill out here more. Might shade it in. I'm trying to figure out what I can add this one. Um, it started off as just two basic lions and a wolf head, but maybe some other design. So I haven't decided yet.
I see.
Maybe one day.
Okay. Next question is: if you could sit down with your 13 years old self, what would you say?
Um, I would start. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Mhm.
Um, it's okay to fail because all of your setbacks will build you up to who you are today, and then nothing can really like bother you. Times will get tough, but you'll be better in the future, and then there'll be only good times going forward. So, yeah.
Well, which person you mentioned before that all your family they're back and in California, most of them.
Mhm.
So tell me, which person in your life right now you feel more connected with, more close to?
Um, I would say my mom.
Yeah.
She spoils me a lot, where um, she brings me home cooked food. She would always
Wow.
text me, "Oh, you want me to come over and bring you like she always thinks she overfeeds me. She brings me like a thing of meat, but it's enough for me." Um, yeah, I would say my mom is pretty. She's come a long way from her personal struggles, and we've gotten closer where she's usually right about a lot of things. So I would say I take a lot of her advice very seriously, and yeah, we've gotten a lot closer since then.
Okay, so your mom is watching this interview right now, and you have a moment, an opportunity to send her a message. What would you say?
Oh, I would just tell my mom I love you. I appreciate everything you do for me. I appreciate you when I feel some doubt to bring me back to earth and be like, you know, be patient because
Uh-huh.
I struggle with patience to be quite honest. So yeah.
Beautiful. Cool. Last question, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Last question. So
Mm-hmm.
before the last question, yeah. Tell me, you already been in different movies. You already started your journey as an actor in different,
Mm-hmm.
roles. So tell me so far, what has been the highlights of your career so far? Something that you're never gonna forget.
Um, I had my first theatrical premiere for my movie Big John. It was a small theater, about 50 seats, but it was sold out. Um, I didn't think anyone would come. Uh, I wasn't initially wanting to put it in a theater, but a lot of people really wanted to have a big premiere. So my roommate and I pitched in, and we got a place called Roadhouse Cinemas, and
Okay.
they were very, very friendly. It's a nice dine-in theater where you could like press a button and order food. It was just surreal seeing a movie that I made on a screen, and people are like laughing at the right reasons and being thrilled with the fight scenes and being moved by the story. And that was a big win for me. It's like, oh, I think we could do more. I think we can make this even better. So that was definitely a surreal moment because I don't see myself as like the actor or I'm just a marine that likes movies. And then I got this far. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. Yeah.
Great. Amazing. Last question is, if someone offered to tell your future, would you accept it or not, and why?
Nope. I would just go with the flow and see what happens. Because then I would start second guessing everything I do. So, nah.
What scares you the most about your future, Fernando? There's something that you always have in the back of your mind, or not, to just go with the flow?
It's not that it's not that it scares exactly, but more like I feel like I would take risks a little less if I knew that the outcome was going to be disappointment, because then you don't learn from it. So, um, everything that happened to me in my background, growing up, leaving the Marines, and going back to work, it had its rough moments, but it made me, who I am today, and I'm better off from that. So it's better that I don't know about what entails, and I just yeah, it also helps me learn to be more patient and not just because I struggle with that. So it's not that I'm like, it's just I like to know, like I like to just let's get it done and move on. That's all. So yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so then let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Let's start with money.
More.
Fear.
Risk.
Family.
Most important.
Life.
Short.
Love.
Necessity.
Religion.
Mm, collectivism.
Sex.
It's fun.
Okay. Politics.
Um, indifferent.
Friendship.
Uh, forever.
Desire.
Motivation.
Regret.
Um, natural.
Success.
Subjective.
Wish.
Wish. I don't know why this one I'm having trouble with. It's also subjective.
Okay. Happiness.
Um, I don't know what the word is for it, but I guess what do you call it? It's what you make it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
One
That's not
word.
a word, but
Okay. One word for California.
um, needed
One,
experience.
one word for Arizona.
Home,
How about USA?
home. Also,
One word. One word for security.
it's okay. It's it's work.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Um, and the last one now, acting. One word.
Fun.
Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your mom, yeah, for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, define Fernando in one positive word and one negative word only. What should say?
I'm a go-getter. The positive one. Negative. I'm stubborn.
If
I
I
know
that's
what I am.
if I would ask the same question to your best friend, would be the same answer?
Probably same thing, except the negative would probably be overthinking.
Interesting, interesting. Okay. Let's play now, Fernando, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Let's go back to the word association game again. One word for the Marine.
One word for the Marines. Hell, but it was but I had to I it was needed. It's
Amazing.
it's hard to explain it through one word, but I'll just say that I'm not gonna pretend it was like an awesome time all the time, but it helped me grow. So
Amazing.
yeah.
Hey, Fernando, can you ask me a question now?
Sure. So are you from Brazil?
Yes?
What city?
Right. So when I come from is a state called Mato Grosso. Yeah,
Okay.
it's north of Brazil, and I come where I was born, a very small town called São José do Rio Claro. It's a long
Okay.
name. And so I was living there for a few years. When I was a teenager, I moved to another city. And before I moved to Europe, when I was 19 years old, I was living in the capital of my state, which is Cuiabá, the capital. So yeah, that's my roots. That's where when I go to Brazil, that's where I recharge my batteries. That's where I go back to my roots, and I have the best feeling, and I come back again to Europe feeling the greatest. Like my battery, my everything is filled up.
It's on my bucket list. I'm learning Portuguese, so I want to visit Brazil actually. So until then, falo pouco de português.
So
Muito pouco.
what's your favorite Portuguese word so far?
So, the word it's because it sounds so similar to Spanish in some areas, but I would say mucho prazer.
Muito
Like
prazer.
prazer.
Yes.
I like that. It's similar to Spanish, but they say it's different. But it means the same. Like if you say in Spanish, like "Dónde está el baño?" Like where's the bathroom?
Yeah.
But in Portuguese, it would be like "De onde vou?" Onde I think it's "Onde fica in
Banheiro.
banheiro." Yeah,
Banheiro, é.
banheiro. Yeah. So I've been like, people get thrown off because it's like, because I speak both in at work because some people don't speak English, and then
Right.
I would say like "Eu sou segurança," and
The
because
good,
I hear so I
yeah.
to tell them I don't know how much like no sé cuánto custa una I don't know como dice shoes in Portuguese.
Sapato.
Oh,
Sapatos.
zapatos. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's similar things, but it's more fun to say it. Oh, I like pão de queijo.
Oh my God. Everyone in the world loves pão de queijo. It's like everyone loves it. Do you like brigadeiro as well?
I've never tried it. I'm learning the words though. I
Brigadeiro.
they
It's
teach me all the Brazilian Portuguese, so I'm just like I never had pão de queijo. I never had well, but I know like agua mineral, y like all the basic like onde fica restaurante? It's not a
restaurant. Yeah,
restaurante. Um, no, but I've been meaning to try it. I know you guys like to have beer with ice in it. That sounds really good. So,
Did you,
yeah.
did you enjoy the interview, Fernando?
Yes, it's very fun.
Thanks again. Thanks for being so kind and sweet
Yeah.
and your great energy to the show.
I'm
Um,
sorry it took so long.
of course not. It's okay. We're meant to have this interview today, for sure.
Oh, yeah. No, it's nice. You will be my fourth interview I've
There you
done.
go. You
So this
see,
is cool.
you're
I'm
part
flattered
of
you.
you are part of the William the Magic Box community now.
Nice. I'm flattered to be. I'm glad you reached out to me when you did. Sorry it took me so long, but no, I had fun.
Everything happens in the right time. Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by in Portuguese. Joking.
Oh, like hang on a second.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
One day I will.
Okay.
I'll get there. But just a message.
Yeah, a positive message or anything that you live by.
It's kind of like what you said because my mom says the same thing too. Everything works out how it's supposed to. Trust the universe.
Yeah.
Manifest because we manifest it, the universe will pay off. So, and
Amazing.
also don't be negative because the positive affirmation really does help.
Amazing. Okay, so
Yeah.
before you go, I'm gonna teach you. Maybe you know already, but I'm gonna teach you something in Portuguese. Of course,
Oh, great.
Christmas is coming. Do you know how to say Merry Christmas in Portuguese?
I haven't got there yet.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
teach you
know.
right.
All right.
Feliz, Feliz Natal.
Feliz Natal. Okay, so in Spanish, it's Feliz Navidad.
Yeah,
Feliz Natal.
Feliz Natal. So Feliz Natal for you, for your family, for your friends, and I hope all of you have a great, great Natal. Okay.
You too. Thank you so much.
Thanks
I'm
so
gonna use
much.
that.
Then you keep in touch, okay? Enjoy
Yes,
your holiday seasons. Happy New Year as well. New Year is coming soon. And we keep in touch. It was a pleasure to have you on the show, okay?
absolutely.
Okay.
Likewise. We'll stay in touch. I'm
Tchau,
excited.
tchau. Tchau.
Ciao.
Take
Até
care.
logo.
Até logo. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.